Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on Superman Lois Season 4. Today we're going to be talking about the release date as to when Season 4 is going to be coming out. Also, we got news about Season 3 and when it's coming out online, so you can rewatch the whole season. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Okay, so last week, Superman Lois on Tuesday night ended with its Season 3 finale. We had an insane cliffhanger. If you didn't check out my review for that episode, go check it out now. It's on the top right corner of the screen. But if you watched the episode, you know that Doomsday showed up, and obviously that was Bizarro, who had been turned into Doomsday by Lex Luthor, and we were left with a huge cliffhanger that teases the start of next season. Now obviously people have questions about, will there be a time jump? Are we actually not going to see like the conclusion of this actual battle? Or are we going to pick up right away where we ended with Season 3 with Superman fighting Doomsday on the moon? Some people on my live stream the other day were saying that it's actually maybe likely that they could begin with the death of Superman and have Tyler away for like 2, 3, maybe 4 episodes maximum. And that would basically give time to bring in some of those characters who were announced to not be series regulars anymore, and they would be able to come into the show and basically transition it into the last kind of 6, 7 episodes of the season when Superman comes back. Obviously that's just speculation right now, but some people have said that online. However, for now we're just going to have to wait and see as to how Season 4 starts and the way that they want to take things, because we don't know if they want to go full on death of Superman because Superman's fighting Doomsday and that's what a lot of people associate that story with, or is Superman going to somehow find a way to get the better of Doomsday. And I wonder how Doomsday actually works, because it's not like the normal Doomsday. He was Bizarro, and so technically shouldn't he be less powerful the closer he gets to the sun? So can Superman just stick him in the sun and he gets depowered? Because you remember in Bizarro World they had a red sun and that's what powered Bizarro. But then again, he is pretty much invincible already due to what Lex did to him, just killing him over and over because of the experiments that were done on Bizarro back when Bruno Mannheim was experimenting on him. But anyway, let's get on to the main topics. So first things first, let's talk about when Season 3 of Superman Lois is going to be streaming online. So it's officially announced that Superman Lois Season 3 will be on Max on Friday, July 28th, so that's just later this month. It's the start of July right now. It will be going up on the streaming service along with the now cancelled Gotham Knights, which will have Season 1 on there ready to watch on that very same day. And so yeah, that's when you can see it on Max. You can still see it currently in the US right now on the CW's website for free. It's all up there, it's with ads, or you can go to the app and watch Superman Lois Season 3 there. But that's the kind of announcement in terms of Max, when you're going to be able to watch it in America, and I presume also around Europe and other countries that have HBO. So go ahead and start rewatching the whole of Superman Lois Season 3 in anticipation for Season 4, because this is where we get into our main topic of the video, and that's Season 4 of Superman Lois, and when is it going to come out. So there has been no official announcements as of yet, apart from the fact that we're getting a Season 4 of Superman Lois. However, circumstances this year are very different than in recent years, and that's because there is a writer's strike going on. So I'm sure most of you are aware of it, maybe you've seen some of it online, and the fact that the writers in America, they're all striking. So pretty much anyone that has writers who are based in America and are part of WGA, they can't move forward with any sort of writing. So that means Superman Lois Season 4 hasn't even begun to be written, and that's because they use WGA writers, I believe, because I'm pretty sure their writers room is in America, maybe LA, despite the fact that they shoot in Vancouver and Canada. But that's just like a common practice, you know, a lot of writers rooms, they're in America and then the shows go over to shoot in Vancouver because it's just cheaper for them to shoot over there. So basically what this means is Season 4 of Superman Lois won't be able to start being written until the writer's strike is resolved. Obviously, things aren't looking like that's going to be solved anytime soon, because film studios aren't really budging in terms of what they want to pay writers, and that's a real shame. Obviously, writers deserve to get paid just as well as everyone else. because you can't have a show without them, you can't have a film without them, and obviously in this case, we can't even go ahead and get started without the writers being approved to actually start writing again. And so it seems like none of the writers are going to be coming back, and I believe even Todd Helbing, he might be a WGA member, so I'm not even sure if he can get started on it. So the whole normal process of finishing a season, getting the writers back together, sitting in a room, coming up with ideas for how the story will play out, and actually getting those episodes down on paper won't begin for a while. And so with that in mind, and also the potential of an actors strike sometime soon, if that actors strike goes ahead, that's going to be even worse, because that's going to be 2 strikes going on with 2 major guilds. You need actors, you need writers to create a TV show like Superman and Lois, and so we're looking at big delays. Now, what type of big delays are we talking about? Well, Superman and Lois normally premieres in the mid-season, so that's like after January, kind of February, March time at the latest. And so it's very unlikely right now that we're going to be getting Superman and Lois premiering in the mid-season. Obviously, Superman and Lois does take a long time to film. We know they take generally longer than The Flash and other TV shows. It's like 10 plus days to film one episode. So if you keep that in mind and think, okay, we're at July right now, and if this writer strike goes on for the whole rest of the summer, you know, maybe they start writing sometime in September if we're lucky, then they're going to have to get on, and obviously they can start shooting alongside them writing, but if they actually get ahead and, like, you know, timings just don't work out, it just doesn't really make much sense. So basically production wouldn't start until they probably had like 2 or 3 scripts in the bag, and then they would begin. So they're already kind of ahead of the game in terms of the writing, and so the actors and the cast and crew and everyone can go to the set in Vancouver and begin production. But as I said, production's very unlikely to start probably until the end of the year, if I'm being quite honest. Like, I'm even hesitant to say the end of the year because I don't know what is going on with this WGA strike, and if SAG's gonna start striking, that is the Screen Actors Guild of America. So yeah, things aren't looking very good right now for season 4's prospects about coming out sometime soon. So if I'm being completely honest, it's probably going to premiere at the earliest next summer, so that would be summer 2024, just like you remember when Stargirl used to air in the summer, one time Supergirl aired in the summer, and so we could actually be looking at literally a full year until we get Superman and Lois back again. So that is a long time. So I'm talking June, July time when they could potentially start airing. But if worse comes to worse, we might not even get the show by summer next year, and we might have to wait more than a year until the fall, that being October when they release full shows, and that really is like kind of worst case scenario, but I guess it could go on longer. We just really don't know how these strikes are actually going ahead, and so definitely keep an eye on what's going on with these writer strikes and a potential actor strike, because really right now they just can't do anything. Yes, maybe in Todd Helbing's head he's like, okay, I've got this all figured out in my head, maybe he's got the story, and then when the writers do come back, they could potentially be like, okay, here's your story, let's get going with this because we need to catch up, we are really behind on this. And so Superman and Lois season 4 would begin potentially, probably at the latest, fall 2024, and at the absolute latest, if things go completely wrong, mid-season 2025. Oh my god, I can't believe that is a possibility, that it might be a year and a half from now. Obviously circumstances are crazy, and I really hope that the film studios and TV studios actually pay up and pay the writers what they're owed so we can get on with this, because it's just stupid. Like, there's no way any film or TV production is going to get going anytime soon, and so surely it's in their best interest to pay a little bit more money. And you have to remember, these companies have a lot of money and they pay actors an extraordinary amount of money. Why can't the actors even just like donate a little bit of their money towards the writers, or offer it to be cut from their bill in the first place so they don't get as much, and so the writers can get just what they're asking for? And they're not asking for anything insane, guys. Like, they're just asking to get enough to live on, and obviously writing takes a long time, so you kind of hop job to job, and basically these studios are like, nah, we're not going to pay you what you're owed. You're going to get paid just the minimum amount that we're allowed to pay you due to the WGA guidelines. But anyway, that's my mini rant about why I think it's just stupid that the studios aren't accepting that they're going to have to change the ways that they do things. But still, for now, it will be absolutely insane to see Superman and Lois potentially not airing until like 2025. I'm not saying that's confirmed, but normally, as I said before, Superman and Lois is a mid-season show, so first season was coming out in February one year, and then the second season came out in January, and then this year it started in March. So is that cycle going to begin again? Well, potentially, if it gets delayed by like a year and a half until we can start airing episodes. We're just going to have to keep an eye on all things. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video to update you guys on what's going on and why to not expect Superman Lois Season 4 to air in the mid-season, so January, February, March time next year. Unless a miracle happens and the strikes end sometime in the next month or so, then I guess there's some sort of potential, but then you have to realize normally by now they would begin writing the season, so they need to get the writers back. That's the most important thing as of right now. So this pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's been informative. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe and turn on notifications if you are new around here. But for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.